Cheers.
Say hello to my little friend.
All right, so the gloves are off in the war against the weeds. I started kind of working my way up the chain here. I started with my little Mastercraft, which is great around the flowers and garden and stuff. And then fired up the Echo to get into the tough spots, which is up, up around the rocks. And then now we got the big dog. This is TAZZ. And TAZZ is a back saver. I probably have just, over an acre clear. And in there is a lot of weeds and heavy brush. And this thing knocks it down like a champ. So it is something that I would highly recommend if you're kind of dealing with the same thing as me. Lots of weeds and old age. Q just started setting up our outdoor canopy, which does provide some shade over the picnic table when we need to catch a break here. So we're just going to put that up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so here's our highly advanced anchoring system. We have one on each corner. Yeah, definitely not pretty, but it works, and it allows us to keep the at least the frame part up all season, and then we just take the tarp off as we need it. It's just secured with 4 Velcro sections on those posts, so it comes on and off real quick. Well, it didn't take long for somebody to figure it out. This is where the shade is, and it's nice and cool. And she looks much happier. How you doing under there, Kimber? So one really cool thing here in the spring is around this time, and we're just about into June now, we get all these flowers coming up. Not sure what they are, and you can see they kind of follow the border of the front of our property here. The lake would be just over this way, now covered by trees. But we're certainly of the opinion that the previous owner, or even someone before that, planted all these perennials because no one else in the area has them. And actually, let me show you the front of the property, because it pretty much follows the frontage that we have on the road. So I'm just coming up to the end of the driveway now, and you could see, let me see if I can zoom in here, just how many there are. And that stops pretty much at the property marker on one side. And the longer side, check this out. Okay, so all the way down you know, I don't even know. It might be too far to pick up on the camera here, but all the way down there, almost to where the property line, you know, ends, there's more of them. I don't know what they're called, so if somebody does, please enlighten me. And we've actually seen people run across the street here and snip some off. Yeah, so like I said, no one else in the area seems to have them. Okay, so one of the projects we're tackling here, this is like this tree stand right near the cabin, and underneath here we get just so many different weeds and stuff, and kind of hard to get to with the trimmers. So I think what we're going to do is trim these down as far as we can and scrape everything up, throw down the landscape fabric that we have, which is over there on the porch, and then hopefully that'll keep the weeds in check. And what would be nice at some point would be to put some perennials down just maybe behind those rocks. So I'm just going to get started on the trimming, and Q's going to work on the landscape fabric, and I think this will just save us a lot of effort in terms of the trimming that we have to do. There's just so much already, and that trimmer, although it's fantastic, is really difficult for me to use for extended periods. Not really made for a short dude. So this area is complete, and I must say, I think it made a huge difference. Just looks so much cleaner now, and I think the black mulch really worked out. Hopefully it comes across okay, and you see what I'm seeing, but yeah, happy with the results here for sure. Just a quick side note here as we're outside doing our thing during mosquito season. Up here on the porch, I've fired up the Thermacell. This is the backpacker model, and I purchased off Amazon this little adapter because they're supposed to use butane, and typically the butane canisters are smaller, more expensive. So using that is very inexpensive. Using that adapter, you can then now use the 1 pound propane bottles, and from what some people are telling me, that they could go all summer on that, and then the only thing you're changing out are the pads. And as far as effectiveness, up here, no mosquitoes. So I put it here so they don't fly into the cabin, but this thing works great. It does have limitations if it's like too windy or there's just too many. But for the most part, for our purpose, this is working great. So I actually just finished moving the bird feeder. This morning I let Kimber out, and there was something down at the feeder here. She took off after it like a shot, and it's weird. It wasn't a raccoon. This thing just moved too fast. I'd say it was, it had dark fur, and it's about the size of a big house cat. This tree where the bird feeder was literally bent over, and all these lower branches here, you could see, were all crushed from the weight of whatever it was. Yeah, so I'm going to check the cameras. Unfortunately, it kind of was in a spot where I don't think I'll be able to get a hit, but it was crazy. Not sure what that was. Okay, next time, let's buy mulch in bulk. This is another 8 bags I just bought, on top of probably another 14 more. So when you think you have enough mulch, I'd say double it, and then you might be in the ballpark. Just crazy how much this is starting to cost. How are you making out? Nice. I think we have enough to get it done too, because I got the full Costco bag and then 1.5 other ones. So. I know they do look like strawberries, but I don't know. I mean, that's the strawberry plant there.
I get confused. Like that's strawberries. Like I'm not sure.
I've officially lost track of what's what in this garden. I just know 2 are gooseberry. That one's blackberry. The sky in the middle, I completely forgot what that is. I guess we'll know when we see the fruit. Talk about cutting it close. Just enough mulch to get a decent depth through our fruit garden here. But it's done. It's going to be a lot easier to maintain, I think. And just another peek at these amazing flowers that are now growing up the side of the hill. It's so cool. All right, thought I'd give you a quick look at my humble little garden here. First time using those fabric pots that I got off Amazon. I gotta say, very impressed with them. They're certainly strong enough. The handles on the side allow you to move them easily, and then you've got different sizes available. I think these are 5 gallon, but you can get bigger and smaller. I would say the biggest problem is my lack of planning, because clearly I've got too much in some of the pots, like those red peppers, and not enough in others, like this poor little lettuce. But hey, it's already given us 1 salad, and hopefully another to come at some point. Yeah, so pretty happy with them. This big guy here is my sole surviving sunflower. I mentioned the lettuce and the jalapenos. This here are two bean plants. I've got one bean I can see. And then the red peppers. We have another tomato plant here. In this corner over here, it's the full-size tomato mixed in with a couple cherry tomatoes. So I think I screwed this one up because clearly those guys are going to be hidden underneath. And then, as I said, the cucumber. Yeah, so that's about it. What I did is I got a big pallet that we had lying around, put them on there, and then put our little puppy gate that Kimber used to use to kind of protect it from critters. And yeah, so far so good. Some lessons learned, things obviously I should do differently. But yeah, we'll have a few veggies in our future anyway. Okay, everyone, it's Thursday night, and for us, that's effectively Saturday night. Our trip at the cabin is winding down. We had a long, tiring day out there doing landscaping, and still more to do tomorrow before we head back to the city. But to show you what we got going on for tonight, we're going to grill up some veggies there, peppers and jalapeno, some corn, nice looking steak, and some chicken that we had frozen and was marinated. So should be a great meal. So hope you're all having a wonderful week, and cheers. Okay, time to get the grill going and say hello to my little friend.